Well, we had people, folks from the Sabine River Authority. Sabine River goes all the way through Gregg County, and it's a major water source for the East Texas area, all over Texas, quite frankly. TxDOT, we had folks from TxDOT regarding all the plans that are ongoing now, and then the plans that are going to be going on in the future regarding I-20 and the 31 I-20 mixed master or intersection that's going to be redone. And just kind of talked about all those things and how it affects Gregg County and the growth. We've got some projects with Sabine River regarding improving some of the access points to the Sabine River and turning it more into a park type facility versus where they are now, where it's just a boat ramp. And so we're just getting the final plans of getting that done to present back to Sabine River in order to see where they might be able to help fund us.
That's the paddle trail.
Yes, it was a paddle trail. And the TxDOT was just kind of come over a list of all the projects that are ongoing, that have started the process probably 10 years ago in the planning and what was important to Gregg County in terms of infrastructure. And he went through all that and kind of did the whole total, and basically the whole total over this period of time, that when they finish all the projects, it'll be right at $1 billion in Gregg County infrastructure. And it's basically, a majority of it's going to be on the I-20 31 loop. It'll be on I-20 itself, where they'll be enlarging I-20 to 3 lanes both sides, 6 lanes. That'll be through Gregg and Smith County. And I was just focused on the Gregg County part, but that's about another $300 million. That loop is over a couple $100 million. Highway 42 is about another $140 million. And then Harrison Road, where they're finishing up, was another 60 or 70 million. And anyway, all these projects added up to about $1 billion. Some of them are in the final phases of completing. Some of them are just in the beginning phases with environmental and engineering and right-of-way acquisitions. They announced the 31 widening between Smith County and Kilgore. I think call it Bloody 31. That they're going to turn that into another divided highway turn lane. There'll be medians, divided medians, so hopefully it will lessen the fatalities we've had on 31, which have been a number of them. So it was just kind of a culmination of all these projects that we went over.
Okay. And I guess TxDOT actually has plans now
Yes.
of what I-20 is going to look like.
Right, yes. They were explaining the overpass that we're at 31 and I-20 intersect right now. There's going to be kind of a mixed master like you see in Dallas, big high access points coming circles around. It's hard to explain it, but I think you know what I mean in terms of the access, making it more safe, because there's been fatalities at that particular intersection, a number of fatalities.
Like a clover leaf.
Yes,
situation.
clover leaf, there you go.
Yeah.
So it all those projects, it's pretty exciting for Gregg County.
Yeah, that's really moving forward. And I guess projected in the next decade or so.
Yeah, they said the I-20 part would probably be, over the next 5 to 7 years, the construction would be involved and taking place and probably be completed within the next 7 years.
So it's, they had already, I guess, been looking at spending this amount of money for all these projects. It's just somebody added it all together.
Well, that's true. COVID, these projects were on the boards and already funded pre-COVID. When COVID hit, they all stopped, and it delayed them 2 and 3 years. Well, delaying it 2 and 3 years after COVID, the costs all went up. Example 42, at one time was 60 million, now it's 140 million. So once those costs went up, they had to go back to the drawing board and go back to the legislature and go back to a lot of things to try and make sure they could fund these projects, which they've done. And so now it's all back in place.
Okay. Anything you'd like to add about that?
No, we're just excited about it. It's as I told some people at this event we were at, in the next 7 to 10 years, you really won't. You'll be amazed at the infrastructure and how it's going to change here in Gregg County.